So good morning. So today, we are presenting a paper in the name of the participatory research on ward level activities and implementation of solid waste management. It's a case study of Ward 61, Devipuram, Kochi. So we are a group of architects who all we were participated in this research activity. So coming to the introduction, in the present world, waste management is a major issue in each of places. So, like if you take a example, so we are from Kochi. So few months ago, like in the March, we faced a very huge issue for in the management sector. That is the burning of Brahmapuram waste collection plant. So, like for having a healthy environment, we should practice. We should have good practices in waste management, uh, in the field of waste management. So, due to this incident, we thought of having how can we can as an architect, how we can take part in framing a good waste management practices for the city. So we had conducted a journey by meeting with the different stakeholders of the waste management sector. For example, as a journey, we first met with the Pig Farmers Association. So, they were welcoming us or the corporation to be uh, tie up with them so that they can help in solving the the management of cooked food waste in the city. They told that they can take up the cooked food waste, dry food, so that they will be feeding the animals in the farms, so that this waste won't go to the collection unit. Second, met with the ASHA workers. They are the members who are participating in the collecting the waste from the households and taking the collected waste to a point. So we met with them. So we had a colleague, Mr. Manoj, who is a founder of a private venture named Pelican Ventures. They are actively participating in solid waste management in the state. So he was giving an empowerment class for the ASHA workers, enhancing their responsibility, uh, then making them and asking their the difficulties in this field. We later moved on to the DCC ward councillors. They are the Congress ward councillors. So they also took action that they want to make action plan for proper waste management. We later visited the Kochi Municipal Corporation. So they introduced the project Heal Kochi, where health, environment, agriculture, livelihood are incorporated. So they also asked us how we can extend the support, like the campaigns, the new activities in the solid waste management. They also told us about planning to build MCF facilities in the uh, corporation. Then we met with the residents association meetings. They like how they can be involved in the different activities to encourage good practices. So, major problem we identified why we architects should step on to this scenario was because of the Brahmapuram waste plant fire. There are around 110 acres of land. Just it is just acting as a dump yard in the state. So many of the municipal corporation are dumping their waste. So it became a failure for the corporation. So we noticed that they were following a centralized solid waste management system, which is a full failure for the Kochi scenario. So we thought of how we can build good practices in a for solid waste management at the source. As a part of that, we our methodology was like having volunteer meetings, study how waste generation and how can we manage the solid waste in the city. Then we came to a ward, Revipuram, where the ward councillor was having a vision to make it waste-free ward. Then we participate in the community engagement, education. Then this waste segregation at the source, collection and transportation. Then we participate in the monitoring report, and we also thought of incorporating public and private partnerships. Then to the recycling initiative. Now these were the results or the journey we followed. First, we had a volunteer meeting that we architects thought that we not only design buildings or structures for the society, let us be a part of how we can frame a good waste management practices for the uh, our own places. So, as a second step, we came to visit our councillor, Srimati Shashikala. She introduced her vision to make the ward, and she asked us a support for making the a good process, good activities in the ward. She conducted awareness campaigns and community meetings. She distributed biobins, which can decompose the food waste in the household itself. She almost distributed 400 biobins to her residents in the ward. So we helped her to in the data collection and the details of like to for us to monitor the biobin usages in the residents. We later went for the field surveys monitoring the biobin users. Kochi Mayor, after the 2 weeks of implementing the biobin situation, Kochi Mayor also visited the residents and also encouraged the residents to use. Later, the ward councillor had a request to build a MCF facility in the site in the ward. So we have got a facility that we have found a site which was owned by the corporation. So it was in an unused stage. So we thought of retrofitting the structure and make use of the facility. We incorporated architecture students to be part of this facility, this process. So they documented this building to make know that how we can use this building to for an MCF facility. Architects visited different facilities in the state to study the process and the procedures held in the MCF facility. Later, the structure was not apt for the retrofitting, so we had to clear the site and propose a new structure for the facility. We also we had the incorporation from the IIT Kharagpur students, and they helped in making the students of architecture colleges to make to frame the good activities. Then we met with the residents association clubs and meeting with the mayors. We had support from the nearby schools for conducting solid waste management exhibitions by introducing new technologies. And the Kochi Corporation also invited us for painting the public areas like the walls, okay, the compound walls, underneath the bridges, so that the people can get attention to these spaces visually, so that they can get aware of the solid waste management. We later had a chance to design pen boxes for the schools. So the students are the upcoming generation, so that empowering from them from the school level education, so that we design them model so that they can be a it will be a playful structure, so that they will be more attracted to the structure and they will be using the structure like depositing pens, used pens, etc. We also designed the container model MCF for the corporation, which can be very suddenly installed in the roadsides to start up the waste management practices as well. So, as a result of the public-private partnership, we have two facilities installed. That is, one is the MCA facility in the Rivipuram ward, where we had the hospitals, we had the Synthite private company who help us in the installing the process. We stone laid the for the new MCA facility. We installed the temporary MCF container facility, and the next one was the bus shelter at Angamali, where college students approached the municipal corporation for their needs. So we requested them we can use a bus shelter in the form of a waste, the trash collector from the waste, so that it will be a awareness for the people who uses this. So, like in the conclusion, from the ward level itself, we should sort the trash at the source level, and also bringing public-private partnership will be more efficient in solid waste management. And also, as part of the architects, architects not only should design buildings or structures, they can also be a part of the society and make links with many of the stakeholders to bring a solution um, for a social need. So, personally, paper was reflecting the idea how architects also, not only architects, anyone. So as we are occupational, we are architects. So that's how we can. Oh. So our message was like we can also architects can also be a part of a solution making for a society social need. That's we took example of solid waste management in the city. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the presentation. Next, we have Dr.
Abhay Kumar joined.
This is a very pilot and beginner study. We have not reached that any conclusion as such. We are not any conclusion. But we are in the phase of finalization now for our concept. To me, Solutions is our assistant professor in DHD department, and along with my co-presenter, Anuja Gupta, she is PhD scholar from Vietnam. We are working on this particular project. Presentation start.
FY present करो. नहीं वन तो उसको जब तक एनेबल एडिटिंग करो और वहां से करो, वहां से पहले एनेबल एडिटिंग करो, हाँ उसके बाद ही हो जाएगा, फिर उसको फाइल करो या प्रेजेंट करो. Okay. The earlier research questions which motivated us for being at this area is because why people are not so motivated for managing their domestic waste. And what is the reason that they and their local municipal corporation bodies are not in touch any regular for this collection of. So we thought that there must be some barriers or there is a factor which is missing, and we try to figure out how it can be like collaborative. Then, since we all know that we are like almost there for WhatsApp communication for personal, official, and many other works, I guess it can be very efficient to use for any such collaboration with our local bodies. And this WhatsApp group can be basically used for this literacy of domestic waste management. People might not be aware that how things have to be segregated or can be decomposed into reusable things and all. But then if we can connect with the people through WhatsApp groups, it can be very efficient. Also, we thought of having a credit basis. People who are very efficiently and regularly doing this waste management for their domestic waste can be given credits and concessions for their property bills or water bills which are normally charged by the municipal corporation. So this can be a two-way communication. Also, can we have a zero waste literacy through WhatsApp? So this one of the study was conducted in these small countries. The problem is most of the domestic waste is plastic and sachet, which we normally use for shampoo, detergent, and let's say when we have a below economic group, they normally don't buy bulky things which comes in good plastic boxes or good wrapper, whereas they comes in a non-degradable sachet. And these sachets are one of the major pollutants. That was the reason why there was a healthcare issue in Indonesia. And then they found WhatsApp group to their local body. They conducted a literacy survey, and they found that it's very WhatsApp is something which is very, very like I might not check Facebook or Instagram that often or frequently, but WhatsApp is like it is always on. It is there in the smartwatch, it is there on the phone, and even people who are not able to access the WhatsApp, they are accessing it through their family members. So, not working. Okay, how these things are correlated, like domestic waste management and circular economy. So minimalizing the waste and resources can be efficiently used and reused. So as we have heard throughout the conference that if we can reuse the resources for any such processes or production, it can be of great like decomposition of the wastage and then using it as a compost. Or else use of these recyclable plastics for creating some other reusable things and all. Close these systems. Can it be recycled or reintegrated in the production line? Product design and life cycle management. Are we designing the product? Like it's okay that we are thinking of recycling it, but are we designing the things which can have a durable things or they are like repeatable or recyclable? Are we designing things considering all those things? So it's for like we are discussing the straw is coming with off the paper, but it is wrapped in quality, right? So we are taking off it, but actually we are not using it to the level. Circular supply chain and local waste management. So can we develop such data bodies which can actually give some credits? Credits can be in the form of some points or loyalty points, and then they can be rewarded for concessions. Consumer awareness and behavioral change. It can happen very quickly through WhatsApp. This is how a proposed study is like should be conducted. Identify the barriers. What is the problem? Like, normally PMC is not connected very well, or there is a downgrade, but they are not like picking it up. The idea is people should click the photograph from their area, put it on a WhatsApp group. The local authority is supposed to respond immediately to the WhatsApp because they are also very active on the WhatsApp. When it can be done, it can be greatly improved. Then, if there are related posts, if they have some activities that have keywords trending, and then the local bodies are supposed to keep checking these because now the government is very active on Twitter, than on ground. Okay, so that can be very efficient. Sentiment analysis, then factor analysis, and identify the final barriers, what are the dimension of the barriers, and some basic analysis for this factor analysis. This is how we just imagine how it can work. PMC, people can register for their houses. They will get notification. Click photographs on WhatsApp. We are done with the particular event. Please pick up. They will pick it up. Credit will be given to that particular citizens because they are helping the local government to connect the things. And depending on that, credits can be given. Credits can be given to the agency, to the societies, and to the people who are conducting all these. Like there are many NGOs which are very promptly active in Mumbai for collecting this food and waste things and concessions on water or property. There is according to that. So I will conduct just a basic survey. Which platform would you like to use? So most of the people, 85 people responded, and 53 to 55% people said that WhatsApp groups can be used. The age group of people, like obviously we all know that young people are quite handled with all this. And obviously most of the students and homemakers, they are the top priority responders. This is word cloud which we found to our programming. What are the keywords that they would like to, they're talking about domestic waste management and this kind of platforms they would like to use. These are the kind of sentiments that we are utilizing the sizing package of our programs. In this, we can understand these 8 to 9 sentiments of local citizens about any particular topic. So this was about a domestic waste management. Is it done properly or not? So we can see that there is some score for anticipation, disgust, one, joy, two, and so on.
So it was basically on the basis of review that we have taken. And we pick the keywords, and keywords are basically rated as incentive. So when I say sad, it is minus 0.5. When I say it was very good, it is given like maybe 0.75. On the basis of that, we create the negative and positive sentiment. But also we can rate the overall understanding through these 8 sentiments. We are planning to conduct all these sentiments, live sentiments on the WhatsApp chat. We have like done it for a WhatsApp group, but it was not for West Management, it was like local WhatsApp group. That's why we didn't include in that.
We as a citizen form WhatsApp group, and it is quite easy. We can be responsible for our own waste management. Now, to ensure that local bodies also respond in that way. Now they are giving us incentive. What incentive will they have to properly act upon our?
It is their job, basically, and we are helping them basically to do their job. So it is regular job to send the ganda. Like normally 2 years it is very well. It comes in morning, early morning, but then not in evening or afternoon. But like companies created every 2 hours or 5, like whenever they to be finished. But they are not very accurate. Plus, there are so many points where we don't reach. If we continuously send them pictures, like they are very social media conscious. If we continuously send the pictures and put it on our Instagram or Twitter, they like immediately act because they know. Like sir was saying, video बना के डाल दूंगा, it will be clean. So it is like that. आप picture click करके डाल दो, so they will be like super act. And depending on who is like putting society डालने के थोड़ा pressure create होगा. तो उनके लिए their work is done. That's the highest motivation. But for citizens, अभी घर को put immediately happen. For them, it is ridiculous.
Thank you very much, sir. Next, we have A70 Sumanta Bhattacharya, who will be presenting online.
Thank you. It is the 13th International Conference on Sustainable Management and Circular Economy. First of all, I convey my gratitude and regards to Honorable my Professor Shatun Ghosh sir and all the dignitaries on the dais and my colleagues. Right now, I am presenting my paper on impact of policy and governance in maintaining circular economy, management and sustainable development. This is my bio. This is my co-author bio. I'm right now straight to the introduction part. We all know that after COVID-19 pandemic, when Industrial 5.0 take part and Web 5.0 and Society 5.0 simultaneously change our dimension of life and reach in another sky high. We all know that there are multiple issues are there in our environment crisis management throughout many aspects are there. But circular economy management and sustainable development require a good policies with a law enforcement and administration impact. Now the circular economy legislation can help launch recycling, repair and remanufacturing, and several economic activities and new job and new employment can be raised in such a humongous amount and can create a hegemonic environmental impact as well as economic impact. We all know that for boosting up economy, environment friendly green technologies and new technologies, methodological research, we need circular economy for reduce carbon emissions, reduce carbon footprint, pollutions and control over habitat loss. Waste to energy and recycle reduce landfall, greenhouse gas emissions and conservation resources, reducing climate change, and also circular economy management save resources, and biofuel, carbon fuel management is also a new initiative in this regard. Right now, the environmental impact and circular economy. We all know that the waste reduction, resource efficiency, social equality, renewable energy control, conversion of ecosystems, environmental protection, economic benefit, and product design. In here, product design is a very fundamental and new concept that it can create a larger and hegemonic effect on environment impact and circular economy. Because whenever we are in a manufacturing a product, if we think about how to reuse and reduce and repair it, it can create a concurrent effect on it. Right now, what are the economic consideration in any kind of research impact or any kind of new initiative? Economic consideration are the most important thing. Whenever we are talking about economic consideration, circular economy metrics are the integral part. We can specific indicator of our economic growth and resilience, sustainable development. Green procurement are also require government policies, initiative mechanism like subsidies and tax initiatives, extended producer responsibilities (EPR) can be create a good role. If we are introducing subsidies and tax initiative, the industries who are right now performing circular economy practices or introducing small scale sectors, it will create a robust interest, and as well as stakeholder interest also take part of it. Market-based instrumentation, cap and trade and green bonds can be create bigger impact. Circular business models, encouraging innovation and public-private partnership, and also encouraging entrepreneurs to create circular business models. Right now in Nagpur and Bombay and in Karnataka, there are many circular business models have been innovated by the youth, and new employment groups are and NGOs and SSGOs also. Market access and fair competition, that like standard and certification is needed, because BSI and other Indian standard organization need to be create a proper procurement to give a certification on the circular economy business, which is now popular in the worldwide. Resource pricing, initialization and externalities and natural capital accounting are the important things. Financial support to the newcomers and entrepreneurs and NGOs will create a heavy duty impact. Global collaboration in this regard create a very much big hegemonic impact, like trade agencies, international trade agencies, international cooperations, IMF and World Bank can create a positive change. Ethical impact. We all know that environmental justice, cultural respect and preservations, inclusive innovations, education and awareness, global cooperation, respect for human rights, social equality, inclusion, and transparency and accountability, and labor share is also important. We all know that India's labor share is 50% in primary economy, and it is 30%. It is 20% in tertiary economy. But in industrial sector, the 30% labor share should be converted into the new labor economics. And whenever we introduce the circular economy in the labor sector, it should need a more practice and more resilience education. Healthcare and safety through circular economy can be a robust management issues, but with the transparency and accountability and inclusive innovation and new technological requirement, it can change the dimension of circular economy and the national GDP and national economic perspective. Our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Damodar Das Modi also introduced the circular economy means and his cooperation, and our Honorable Piyush Goyal, the Minister of Textile and E-commerce, also introduced new dimension on the industrial sector. Right now, the role of industrial sector in it: green chemistry and sustainable materials, life cycle assessment (LCA), resource efficiency, circular practice, corporate social responsibilities, digitalization and industrial 4.0 and 5.0, circular supply chains, energy efficiency and renewable energy, waste reduction and recycling, innovation in product design and manufacturing, and circular business model, which I previously told. Now, the role of policies and governance. In any kind of policy and governance, without a proper law, it cannot be done. We need circular economy law. Without circular economy law, there are every kind of loops are there, because monitoring and enforcement, social equity and inclusivity, circular supply chain management also need a strong law in this, because India's circular economy law is very much weak. We need a proper dimensions. Education awareness in this regard is very much important from the school level, from the SHOs, from the several NGOs should be trained in this regard through the skill development and skill training, extended producer responsibilities, economic incentive, regulatory framework, research and development support from the institutions such like this big platform can change the dimension, and collaboration partnership also required in this regard. Future perspective in my eyes, the integration of circular economy into the national policies. We all know that NEP 2020 introduced the school level and technical level the changing dimensions. We can introduce circular level, circular economy in this level also. Cross-sectoral collaboration. We all know that circular economy not like one industry. It is a multi-cross dimensional industry prospects. And regulatory framework for in this regard is very much needed. Advancing digitalization through AI and ML in the circular economy can create a robust monitoring system. Circular metrics and reporting standard and set up DMO and monitoring team is also needed, because without a proper funding, without a proper finance and national support, this initiative can only be in pen and paper. It cannot be implemented thoroughly. Promoting circular economy of public procurement can enhance the district level models and also create a district level participation and national level cognition. Addressing social equity and inclusion and circular education and capacity building can also, circular education and capacity building can also create a resilience. Our Honorable Social Justice Minister Autoology also introduced new methodologies and new initiative for the less economically weaker sections. They can be provided many more support. Resilience planning is also needed. In conclusion, the nexus of policy and governance is a pivotal part for the steering societies towards this many multi-pledges circular economy management and sustainable development. As you know, the government must not only the only hope. We need SHGs, NGOs for foster cross-sectoral collaboration. Also, there are several business platforms, ICC, BCCI, and Indian Chamber of Commerce, African Chamber of Commerce also can be embracing this in a digitalization and embracing technology for enhanced transparencies. By several principles and focus, global corporation resilience planning can create a proper refinement and create a navigating towards a global economy and foster our India's economy through circular initiative and circular economy and sustainability. Thank you.
Very good morning, everyone. I am happy to share my thoughts on the third day of international conference. So today my talk is on machine learning strategy for recycling waste in smart cities using circular economy. I am Dr. Ipshita Shah. Along with me, my co-authors are Professor Kundu and Professor Ghosh. So I will focus starting from introduction, followed by literature review and basic diagram of waste management in smart cities. Waste collection process proposed in WRA, sensor operation algorithm and classification method, followed by result analysis, and lastly the conclusion. So to start with, waste management primarily aims to reduce the quantity of material not being used and the potential hazard and environmental risks are there. So for this, waste collection systems to recycling and monitoring are very much essential. And there are several kinds of waste like biomedical waste, chemical waste, circular and demolition waste, organic waste. These are there. Usually the waste, those are not being used, those are collected, disposed in the dumps, and when they are passes through the rain, then that forms leachate, which is dangerous and that can contaminate the groundwater. So it has been predicted that within 2050 there is like 3.4 metric ton growth of the waste. So with that goal, we have the objective to minimize that one. So what that means here in this lecture, we are going to focus that in India, some of the cities which are already declared as the smart cities. So what are the strategies we have taken, and on the basis of that, I have designed one hardware circuit, and based on that, we can do the waste collection, disposal, and the treatment. So the smart city, we all know that which is equipped with the digital technology and the sensors to collect data and improve services. Smart cities must have the well level of infrastructure, facilities, well connected Wi-Fi connection, and services that make the lives comfort. So for these, we are using machine learning technology and Internet of Things. So for the hardware component, we need ultrasonic sensor here and moisture sensor and one Arduino microcontroller, which are used to do our model, and creating pollution facilities that can be achieved through this method. So these are some of the 10 smart cities in India. So among these, we have visited some. So here we have showcased the smart city example for Indore. So in the Indore Municipal Corporation, they have the entire key centralized. From the central room, they monitor the entire tree. From the each of the house, they are taking the household waste, and the rat pickers are collecting everything, and they have the GPS connection, so that they can monitor. Even if there is any missing from any of the houses, they can easily call that rat picker immediately, and that can be followed accordingly. So the team, we have visited Indore many times, and this is their Android portal, this one. So with this, the objective of our paper is to design automatic machine learning waste recycling framework that has been proposed to collect the waste automatically in the smart cities to improve the effectiveness. This proposed system the sensors to monitor the waste heat and automatically reduce the waste collection risk factor in smart city. The numerical results have been here. We will show three results. So these numerical results will show the performance of the system to achieve the accuracy, cost effectiveness, efficiency, tracking rate, and the recycling rate compared to the other existing system. So these are the some of the literature review who have already done this kind of work. So in 2020, there is a work on digital technology, and some of the authors have concentrated on multi-layer convolution neural network. That is, some of the pictures are taken and based on the layering, they can extract the features. And some of the authors have done their work on biodegradable and non-biodegradable segregation on the basis of high prediction probability. And on IoT and multi-criteria decision-making techniques, there are also some works. And on the basis of this, some policymaking was also done. So now we are coming to our work. So this is the basic diagram of the waste management of the smart city. So here you could see this is the central cloud server, and the garbage, this is collected by the municipal corporation. So what the logic we have incorporated, that from the household, they are segregating the waste, and on the basis of the segregated waste, they get all those outside in three different bins. And when the bins is getting full, then the sensor is giving that one, and through the GPS module that can be controlled through the central cloud server. Then the waste collection trucks is coming, and the segregated waste will be collected, and those will be going to city dump management. So this is the waste collection process. So here you could see that multiple waste bins are there throughout the city, and the waste collection truck that can carry the waste from those bins, And from the waste database, what the analysis we can do, we apply genetic algorithm, we apply the optimization through the genetic algorithm. Actually, when the farms are collecting the waste from the beans, they are using shortest path and defining the base route they are collecting. Okay. So here we have specified that one. Each of the steps we have specified in the algorithm. That is implementation of several waste bins through the city. Each of the garbage bins should be equipped with the IoT devices. Specify the waste each bins with a minimum value. Gather the waste in the garbage cans. Using the algorithm, we can transmit the data, and lastly, we can navigate the way I say. So this is the shortest path route, how the waste can be collected from the source bin to the destination truck. So connecting a graph to the transportation system, considering the roadway segments as the edges and the intersections at the vertex points. Compute the shortest travel route between the two sides and with the great accuracy. Okay. To include the infinity into the algorithm, compute the distance from the garbage bin to all the garbage bins. Now we are coming to the sensor operation, that sensor that we put on the bins. So waste level sensor that is there, this is the location of the bin, and when it is full, automatically the notation is coming to the cloud server, then optimization of waste collection routes, and then send the data to the driver. So this is that algorithm is written here, the analysis algorithm used by the server input. So this is the entire proposed AML WRF framework, that is automatic machine learning based recovery framework. So this one, that waste collection process, this is the waste bin. When it is getting full, then it is getting collected. Then the machine learning approach with the database, the analysis is getting done by genetic algorithm, and then it is put to the server so that the entire analysis is getting collected within one day. So these are the results. As I told that we have put 3 result analysis here. These are the previous methods we have taken. This one is the digital transmission. This is the MLCNN, convolution neural network. This is YOLO V3 algorithm, and this is our proposed one. So here we could see in terms of cost effectiveness, we are getting 97.1% accuracy. And in terms of tracking rate, we are getting 89.0 accuracy, this one. And in terms of recycling rate, here also we are getting 91.8% of recycling rate accuracy. So the results are quite good. On the basis of that, we could say that the waste treatment reduction, resource utilization improvement, waste pollution risk mitigation, despite the limitation of insufficient data, low interoperability, and we could do through this process. And these experimental results, we could see that 96.1% accuracy we have received in cost effectiveness, 97.1% we have received for tracking rate, and 89.0% for the environmental protection. So through this way, we could say that our automatic machine learning framework is equipped that can lead to any city towards smart city. So these are the Thank you everyone. This is my second presentation. So here the topic is circular economy incorporation in the waste transportation and treatment supply chain using machine learning approach. So I am Dr. Rishika Sharma from CSE Department of Guru Nanak Institute of Technology. Along with me, my supervisors, Dr. Kundu, Dr. Ghosh are there, and my fellow colleagues there. Here we would start from the introduction followed by literature review, problem definition, the difference between AI, ML and deep learning, then circular theory, then the proposed work, classification method, result and analysis followed by conclusion. So, whatever we have discussed that the generation of waste, that is a huge problem of all of us. Usually worldwide 1.9 billion tons of waste is generated annually, among which only 35%, are not treated securely. So these are approximately 2055, there will be 45 million tons of waste. So to treat all those waste, we have to make a robust system. So we know that there is nothing called waste. All of the waste, those can be treated as waste. Because from waste we can produce fertilizer, we can recycle it, we can reuse it, and we can make the raw materials with the concept of circular economy. So here, organic waste can turn into fertilizer, cans, plastic, bottles, papers, and other recyclable materials commonly found in the recycling waste. And the waste recycling can result in a variety of handicraft goods and valuable business opportunities. So here it is starting, we have incorporated the machine learning concept. We all know that machine learning can be categorized in three broad categories: supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement. Supervised treat with level dataset, unsupervised lead with unleveled dataset, and reinforcement lead with input from the environment. Supervised lead deals with classification and regression, unsupervised deals with clustering, dimension reduction, using factor analysis, association tasks, and reinforcement deals with new learning and social learning techniques. So here are some previous studies on this. So as I told that supervised machine learning technology. So supervised machine learning, there are broad algorithms are there, support vector machines, K-clustering, these are there. So some of the authors have done their work on SVM, K-means, K-nearest neighbor, like that. So using SVM, the first one, with PCA feature extraction, they have extracted cardboard, glass, metal, plastic, paper, garbage. Like that, they are getting accuracy of 62%. Whoever have applied SVM on fruit-based classification, they have received 90%. Whoever have done K-means clustering like cluster 1, cluster 2, cluster 3, using CMYK colors, they are getting less than 70% accuracy. So like this, some have used CNN approach and they have received 81.50% of accuracy. So here we are going to focus a waste classification model utilizing data in images. So here we use deep learning technology. Here we use ReLU, TAN, and sigmoid. These three functions we are going to use. And here we estimate that 80% for the training and 20% for the testing. So here I put this slide because there is a confusion between AI, ML, and deep learning. Here actually what we are doing here, we are taking the information from Kaggle dataset. We are collecting the waste samples from the Kaggle dataset, and from there we are analyzing this with CNN methodology. So CNN is a part of deep learning. Actually, deep learning is a subset of machine learning. Machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is nothing but a technique that enables machines to mimic human behavior. Machine learning means that is a subset of AI that use statistical methods to enable machine to improve with experience. And deep learning means that make computation of multi-layer neural network feasible. So how deep learning works? Like they are taking all the pictures, all the photos in the input layer, and next they are having a hidden layer, and here they are doing the feature extraction technique, and then the output layer they are segregating the photos. So whatever photos we are taking as a jumbled one in the input layer, in the hidden layer, through the incorporation of neurons, we can extract with the help of feature extraction technique, and then the features, then the photos get extracted as per the required one. So the same way here, if we jumbled up cat and dog, so from input layer through the activated neuron, from the hidden layer it will go to output layer, and it can easily segregate who are the cats, who are the dogs. So our proposed model that I told, that we took the dataset from Kaggle, and by feature extraction technique we could use this. Here we are using ReLU. So by this way, by using CNN algo, we are doing waste classification based upon the segregated waste. It went for transportation, and it's related, like whoever is suited for transportation, they went to transportation to town, and whoever is suited for treatment, they went for to treatment to. So now the classification method. So here we are using convolution neural network. We perform pre-processing. As we told that 80% is for training and 20% is for testing, and based upon the training we are getting the result. So now we are coming to the result part. Here we are getting the highest accuracy level. Here we are using epoch of 50. So what is epoch? Epoch means at a time how many of data set you are giving. So at a time we are giving 50 data set, and by increasing or decreasing the number of epochs, we can usually get the accuracy. Okay, and here the validation split is 0.2, that is I already told. Yeah. So here, this is the result part. So here you could see from ReLU we are getting accuracy 0.9969, where the validation accuracy is 0.8156. In ReLU we are getting the best one. Okay, and in TAN we are getting 50%, where the validation accuracy is 69%. And so sigmoid function we are getting 48%, and validation accuracy 53%. So here for accuracy of classification model, that is for transportation or treatment, ReLU is giving the highest one. Then this is the loss of classification model. Here ReLU is giving the minimum loss function, that is 0.20%. And for the evaluation matrix, what is evaluation matrix? Here, this is the matrix for true positive and true negative. So here you could see for the organic waste we are getting 0.94, and for true negative, for recyclable we are getting 0.77. Okay, so this is the organic waste, and this is the recyclable waste, and these are all the samples that we are taking. This is the confusion matrix. Here you could see that we are getting the organic waste at 0.94%, and the loss function, the 1 minus 0.94, that is 0.6. And for recyclable, we are getting 0.77, and the loss function, that is 1 minus this one. So the prediction here we could get, that is really good accuracy of 0.9969, and with a loss of 0.0205 with the ReLU, and true positive as we are getting as 0.94, and true negative as 0.77, which is also good. So if we could take the data set from the municipal corporation, we could upload it in the reputed site, and from that we could do this kind of analysis. We can easily, we can easily say that waste cannot be wasted, waste can be treated as a whole. Thank you very much all for attending and for the I have a question. Yes. Well, it's quite general. Well, I understand that in most cities, from last 20 years, they have been managing their waste way better than the development was last year.
I would request ma'am to conclude this.
Very good morning. And to be concluded, so today we have 5 presentations. First presentation on participative research on what level activities, in which the authors studied the behavior of people. They also identified ways to find out how to reach people and train them in terms of waste management. And also they set up certain facilities in which it is possible to implement biowaste and to immediately go to the facility where waste management can be started immediately. Then next is Professor Sudarshan. He actually analyzed the sentiments of people in terms of waste management. He also suggested method how you can make it influensive. I'll just give it my opinion. Yes. Okay. So we know that WhatsApp is very effective in terms of reaching out to people, in terms of also it is helpful in a society where through WhatsApp if I tell that okay, this is where my area, my country is having problem. This can be due to any reason, like if there are lot of waste and because of that other health are, and I am making all my neighbors aware of it, we together can take action. So how that can be implemented? So this paper actually created that model. Then Mr. Sumanta Bhattacharya, he actually gave the overview of the circular economy, environmental impact of circular economy, and he also gave us some economic considerations like incentives, financial support, government support, capacity building, or any global collaboration in such a way that he gave the listing or ways how policies can be implemented for better flow of support, better circular economy management and sustainable development. Next, we have 2 presentations by Professor Ipsita. First model actually created ANL, WRF, and they compared the model with other existing systems, and they found that this is more cost effective and the outcome is way better than the other existing system. Second one is about the circular economy incorporation in the waste transportation and treatment supply chain using machine learning approach. Again, here also they develop a model, and this model actually built a waste classification using deep learning, and they also found that it is more cost effective and the technical rate other parameters are also effective better than the existing one. So there are interesting presentations in that aspect as well. And with this, I will end this session. Thank you so much for listening patiently. And all the researchers to take their research. So now, we look forward to have your feedback. How these things will be sensor. I need to go a long way. We have to go more than the yes. Thank you so much. Anything more? Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay,